Alright, I'm back and I'm on my porch, and what's this package I've been waiting for? Star Tropics on the NES. Right here we have a few Q-tips, and I need to go get the WD-40. Well, I got the WD-40, now I'm going to try and clean the contacts. I already did clean the contacts a bit, but, well, it was still glitching out when I put it in. I had to put it in, take it out, put it in, take it out, which can actually damage your NES's cartridge slot contacts. So that's not really a good way to deal with things. I'm just lazy. You really should be doing this with isopropyl alcohol, but I only have 70% isopropyl alcohol, and you should be doing it with the closest amount to 100 that you can get to. Usually 99%, but I only usually get 91%. As you can see, it didn't clean off much, but you should also clean off the top of the contacts, and that got a bit more, but you probably can't see with this unfocused camera. The reason I got WD-40 out here is for the sticker. Now, I bought this game for $9 in the funny number cents. 69. So we're going to try and use this to get that off. Alright, I got some out. Took a little while though. So we're just going to rub it around here. Don't get it on the, the picture. Don't get it on here. I was going to call it a PFP for a moment. It's been on Discord for too long. But we're just gonna let this sit for a bit, and well, I guess I should find something to do in the meantime. But it does look like it's already starting to come off. We're gonna really try and keep it away from the main cartridge art, because we do not want that falling off. There's a reason I bought this game, because it looked good. Just with the exception of a big ugly sticker. It's probably been here for years. Alrighty, I was going to show you the my cartridge collection for the NES, SNES, and then all my games for the Xbox 360 and Xbox One, but well, there's not very good lighting inside the house right now. That's why I'm on the porch, and I don't feel like taking out all the games, getting them all into good lighting, and showing it just for a YouTube video that might get 5 views tops. Though my last video before the beating Metroid 2, beating Pokemon Red, got 11 views, I think that was mostly just luck, and because Pokemon's more popular than Metroid, or at least that's my understanding. I don't know. Looks like this might be a tougher sticker than I once thought. Might just have to pull it off and use more WD-40 to get all the sticky stuff off. The leftover adhesive. This could take a while. Alright, so I applied another layer of WD-40. I'm going to talk about the possible future for this channel. I know I've been gone for months, and then I just suddenly returned, and for the few people who actually care, it's probably not even that big of a deal. But it still was kind of stupid. I don't know. I left because my computer is broken, and I can't exactly make videos with a broken computer. It was the only computer in the entire house that I have access to. Unless you count my old laptop. Old, dusty, barely running laptop. That thing barely runs Fallout in classic mode, so yeah, I don't think that's gonna work out. It doesn't even have any editing software on it anyways, and I wouldn't know where to get any. The computer I was using already had stuff on it, so that's where I found the editing software. I was just gonna put it on and find my own editing software, but as soon as I put the images on the computer, it brought up, I think it was called a slideshow editor, but you could do it so that the slides would go really fast and within less than a second, and that's how I made those videos. I'm aware they aren't of the greatest quality, but I think I've learned my lesson. Too many frames and it still looks weird. Not enough frames and it looks weird. You get just the right amount. Mwah. I was working on a sequel to my last stop-motion film that was received fairly well as compared to the others. Well, the, two others? I do have 2 unfinished projects now, one being that sequel, and another one that was a possible sequel that I abandoned. Well, actually, it's more of a prequel, and also a sequel? Let me explain. It starts off before the events of my last stop motion, and picks up after the events of my last stop motion. If that makes any sense. I mean, I guess it does, so I shouldn't have to explain it that much, but meh. Well, that didn't work very well. I have also heard that alcohol works well for this, so maybe I'll have to whip out the isopropyl alcohol after all. But it appears to be kind of working. I don't know where they got this. Freaking sticker. Probably got this off a blonde sale or picked it up in a used gaming store, but this thing's not budging that well. So add it to the pile. Well, the label still seems to be clean of any isopropyl alcohol, so that's good. I might need, not isopropyl alcohol, I meant WD-40, but I might have to get out the 70% isopropyl alcohol. But it does have water in it. You see, for most alcohol, it's not 100%, and they use stuff to fill out the rest of it. They also happen to often use water, and I used 70% isopropyl alcohol to clean the pin connectors without knowing that it might have water in it. Don't do that. That's a no-no. A huge no-no. I got really lucky. Maybe something bad could have happened. It could end up making your game even worse. It made my game work, but maybe it didn't have as much water as I thought it did. Well, as I think it does. I got off part of it, and right now it looks ugly, but I think I can tidy this up a bit. Alright, I got the isopropyl alcohol. I applied some with this here Q-tip, which I guess took the color off of some of these stickers. Yeah, it's definitely taken off the color. Which brings up another point. Try and keep this away from that label. You do not want to get that label off, unless you want to access the very one screw underneath it. But like I said, 70%. Don't use on the pins. Could be dangerous. Probably water under here somewhere. Yep. Probably has water in it. Like I said, pretty dangerous to use on the pins. But I also found something else in there, in the medicine closet. Hydrogen peroxide. Should you use it to clean your pins? No. No, you should not. It can damage your pins really, really badly. I believe I read that it can eat away at them, at the connectors, which you don't want because that can make your game completely unplayable. You may have to resolder it, which you don't want. Alright, well, after a little while of waiting, this is coming off pretty nicely. Not too much struggle, but that could just be because I have really long fingernails. I'm not scratching the cartridge, but from the looks of it, no visible scratches. So I've gotten most of the sticker off, so this has been mostly what not to do. I figured the WD-40 would work just fine, but I'd say stick to isopropyl alcohol. Also, let me talk to you about ordering from GameStop. I got maybe half or more of my gaming collection from GameStop, so I gotta warn you, it can be dangerous, but not always. Not a single game I've ordered from GameStop has been a fake. Every single one of them has been real. I did not order this from GameStop. I ordered this from eBay. The seller is a liar. They said they cleaned and tested it. Well, if they cleaned it, they didn't clean it very well, and if they tested it, the results would have been negative. Because it didn't turn on without it cleaning. I just got a blinking light. Cleaned it a bit with the plain Q-tip, and then I cleaned it with the isopropyl alcohol on a Q-tip. But all in all, I guess it worked out fine in the end. I just left him a bad review. Well, I tried to anyways. eBay wouldn't let me because it hadn't been within 7 days of the purchase. Yes, it arrived in less than a week. It was supposed to be here by the 7th or the 2nd, but it arrived early, so that was pretty neat. Sorry I didn't film this as soon as I got it, but, well, I just didn't really have the time. I was busy, really busy. Like I talked about before, real life problems usually get in the way of my filming. And I'll be back once this is done, unless I want to do one of those weird fast motion videos like that. Well, I got most of it off. Let's just apply some more isopropyl alcohol to the areas that are still sticking, and some of it's already just plopping right off. Alright, well, this has been, for the most part, how to clean a cartridge, and then half of it was just how not to clean a cartridge. Oh, that's rather cute. It looks like there's another layer underneath. It looks like this has slightly changed colors over the years. Wow. Whatever. There's still some residue. This has been kind of boring though, huh? And it's a good thing I didn't get anything on the label. But at least it looks a bit better. They're a bit big and clunky, but gotta love them. Some of the earliest video games, kind of. Some of the earlier good video games that have decent graphics. Unlike some scientists messing around with a ball on a computer screen instead of curing any diseases or doing any real work. But I guess I'm grateful, because otherwise how would we have video games today? It would probably just take a much longer time. Or maybe we'd just ignore the concept entirely. But for the most part, it's pretty darn clean. My collection, I think, has 14 games now. Like I said, this has been cleaning cartridges with a person who owns a YouTube channel with 4 subscribers.